always in the building. Like if he's not in the building, he's watching film. Like we were hanging out the other day, we was all playing the game. I look over to my left, he's watching film on his phone. Him and the new running back we just got, Dima. Like it's just honestly just a blessing for them guys to come into our facility and like win them to punch the clock so hard for us, like because we feel like we're a big family. So if you ride for us, we'll ride for them.
When Coach Stoops talks about getting back to what you all were, he said that after the bowl game. He said it throughout the offseason. What does that kind of mean to you?
Just that taking care of the task at hand and being more physical. I feel like we always have the blueprint before the season starts, and it's just something that we've always been big on, just being the most physical team on the field. So I feel like he really meant that when he said that.
Octavious, what does it mean to you to see that you're now the one coming and representing Kentucky? What's the growth been like for you to get to this point?
Honestly, just a blessing from being from the state and then being able to come represent the team state. So it's just we don't have an NFL team, so I feel like this is where it's at. So it was great just being able to be selected, come out here with the guys, and I feel like it's the first time we all had everybody from Kentucky to come up here for Kentucky. So it's cool.
For you, the D-line, you guys didn't have a lot of sacks last year, but still a solid defense. Like, where do you feel like you can raise the bar there? How do you guys do that this year in order to continue what you guys do on defense?
Just in and out, just having to be a pass rusher. Just every down, we're thinking about conversions, converting to the ball, getting to the pass rush, getting to the quarterback. Like that's really been a big thing for us. Even last year when we weren't getting the sacks, coach was still harping on us, get to the quarterback, get to the quarterback. It's just something that we didn't really focus on before the season. Our focus is definitely here this year.
How do you feel like the transition from Will to Devin has gone? What have you seen from your perspective that has you excited about Devin?
Honestly, it's his arm strength. And that sounds crazy because we had Will Levis last year, but talking to Will before he left, I asked him, I was like, what's the thing you feel like Devin has that you really don't have? And he said he got a little whip and he got that accuracy too. And I've definitely seen it, especially in spring balls, things like that. He's good with his arm. He knows what he's doing, so I feel like we have a good future.
As somebody who, as you said, grew up in the state, aware of the program, how different is, when you were younger, the way people thought about Kentucky and the way you guys are sort of perceived now?
I feel like it's always been an SEC school. It's SEC, so you're in the best conference it can be. So I feel like before I got here, they were always thinking about just the seasons. Everybody were focused on the season, the records of the season. But then now we've been to 7 straight bowl games, so it's like we're looking for that next step. What's after this? And after this, I feel like we all know we need to get to Atlanta.
How you get there?
Just consistency, standing in, punching the clock every single day, in and out of football. Everybody's being consistent all around the building, from coaches to the equipment people. It's just everybody buys in. Everybody buys in all around the facility. We'll get there.
You've been around some pretty good guys in the trenches throughout your time here. How does this group of defensive linemen stack up with some of the ones?
Good, ain't gonna lie. I would say it's better, but add in the missing pieces we've been needing, like Deion Walker, we got a lot of pieces on defense, so I think it'd be one of our most dominant D-line we had.
Obviously, Deion was really good as a freshman last year. What can he still do to take another step? What have you seen from him, especially in the offseason?
With him, he just need to be more consistent. He be having his little laid-back days, but he's a youngin', so you expect that from him. But he don't understand how much he have it. He can really be a big leader, lead us this year. So
a lot of times when they throw around who's got the best defense in the SEC, they'll throw a Bama or a Georgia. Where do you think Kentucky stands among the best defense in the SEC?
Top 5 for sure. We've been showing it for the past 5 years since I've been here with Coach Barry White, great defensive coordinator. So, and he just got the best defensive coordinator thing. So
you guys didn't have a lot of sacks last year. Still, near the top, how do you, increase that pressure? And of course, I know it's easy, but also still do what you got to
do. Playing pity pat football lately, so we just get our hands on them, get them off of them real fast, just be more dominant up front.
What's pity pat football?
Just more grabbing instead of getting them off you fast. Just hold it on to them instead of making the play.
What does Devin Leary do in practice that makes your job difficult?
Just how fast he can get the ball out. He's so fast and he know what the receiver doing. He know every position. So Man, and he's fast too, kind of. You know, he can scramble low key. I didn't know that.
How have y'all done against him in practice so far?
It been 50-50 spring ball been 50-50 because you know we got our offensive coordinator back, so it helped us a lot. He really changed the whole offense.
That's something that you all like say you didn't expect and didn't have that reputation this past season.
Yeah, surprise for sure. I was surprised because we didn't have it last year or 2 years. We had it. We didn't have it. We didn't have it last year, but we had it the other year because you know the offense was dominant. But last year we didn't have it for real.
Obviously, the standard wasn't met last year. How often do you all talk about we've got to get this figured out, or is it just a kind of a known around the locker room?
I think it's kind of a known. You know, with the success we've had here before with Stoops, that's just not our standard. It's not the way we want to be. There's obviously a lot more talent than 7 and 5 in that room and in that building. So just continuing to get back to our standard of excellence and being able to have discipline in the details and being a consistent football team is what we're looking to get back to.
Liam, you have him for a year, goes away, change up the offense, now it's a change back. Is there anything drastically different in your all's assignments up front throughout all of this kind of back and forth?
It's not so much different as we're just trying to simplify things so guys can play fast and play free. You know, I think we kind of got bogged down with details last year, but, you know, we're moving on to this season. We're moving on to Coach Cohen's offense. A lot of the verbiage will be the same, and having another year with Coach Yenser is going to be great, just where everyone can kind of learn how he coaches, the way he wants things done, and just another year with his techniques and his things he likes to do. So I think just the consistency we need to build in that room and the competition we need to build in that room is going to be the biggest thing for us.
There was a lot of portal guys that came in the fall, and then now you had another 2 or 3 new guys this spring.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Cortland Ford or Chrisman?
They're great guys that fit in the room well, and I think that's the first thing you look for. I mean, everyone they're obviously been at Power 5 universities before, so they all have the ability to play. And the biggest thing was going out and finding guys that fit our culture. So finding guys that want to work hard, have that blue-collar mentality that UK's built the big blue wall on was our biggest point of emphasis when getting guys out of the portal. So I think they fit in really well with the guys. They've assimilated really well. They've only been here for a couple months, but we're all excited to have them. They're getting along great with everybody. And just being able to get them into work with Coach Ed and continue to develop them and see them in fall camp and see what we can do.
Felt like last year, every other week there was in preseason camp somebody was hurt or we're going to try something new. How important is it just for your group to have the same 5 guys practice every day this fall?
It's extremely important because it's unlike many positions out in the field. It's a very cohesive unit. You know, it's all 5 guys have to be on the same page at all times just to execute a simple run play, let alone when things get complex. So just having those same guys, knowing where, for Jagger, when he's between me and Kenneth, knowing where Kenneth's going to be on his single blocks, on his A blocks, knowing how Jagger likes to fit on certain run combos, or where he likes to keep his eyes in pass protection. So all those little details are going to help us all play better together and put a better product on the field.
What's the transition been like for Leary coming in from NC State?
I think it's been a great transition. It's been smooth. He's a really smart football player. He's got a great arm, and he's got a lot of experience, which is just you can't replace that with anything else. So his experience playing and just knowing how to fit into a locker room has been the biggest thing. You know, and he really, kind of the way Wilk, when he came in, wasn't going to come in and just start being a vocal leader right off the bat. He wanted to earn that respect and build relationships with guys, and then slowly learn to build his role as a leader in this on this team. I think he's done that really well.
Was there a moment in spring practice you can point to, like this is when he won over the locker room, so to speak?
I think it's a prove it league in the SEC and in college football. You got to be able to prove that you're worth all the hype. And when he made his first couple throws in our team blitz period, everyone's like, all right, this guy's the real deal. He can spin the pill. So he's a really good football player, and we're excited to have him.
I got to ask about the suit, the tie combo. How did you reach this conclusion?
I reached this conclusion with our guy at Dillard's, Tom. He was the one that put it all together. I just told him I like navy blue, and so he kind of put all the rest of the details together. So he was really helpful for us.
It's not really fair to expect that from him right away.
Right. Yeah, it's nice to see him just kind of grow within the team. You know, he was a brand new face, and you can't just come in barking orders or telling people how to do stuff when you're still learning how we do stuff here. So I think him just kind of assimilating to the program, meeting all the guys, and building those individual relationships have helped him be a quiet, confident leader for our team.
When Will got here, you know, he started on the 3rd team, and that was something Liam said. And Will said, you know, I want my teammates to ask for me to be the guy, not to be, you know, handed that job. And he sort of earned it quickly that way. Do you see any similarities in the approach of those quarterbacks trying to earn the respect?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't just walk in and expect to play out of the portal, because it's a very different dynamic that the portal's created. And you have guys coming in as veterans who may have played, and like Devin was an all-star quarterback at NC State, was all ACC, I mean, all these different things. And you don't want to build a culture where guys just come in and take jobs. You know, we want everyone to feel like, okay, you have a chance to play, and you earn that in practice. And that's just, it goes again to that toughness and discipline culture that we have, is tough, disciplined players are going to be the ones that played regardless of what you've done before. So I think just continuing to build on that culture and showing at every position you have to earn what you get here at Kentucky is important for us.